Mai I pōtikirua ki te toka a Taiau. Tauana kia tūranga tangata rite. Rere iho ki ngā tuke mata o kahungunu. Ngā reo irirangi o te rāwhiti.
Ka mūtu wihi. Mōre nei te whānau, nau mai anō ki tā tātou hōtaka e kia nei ko
KAPU TAIRA, your place to get the latest news for te TAIRA, Turanga Nui a Kiwa and te Mataua Māui.
E haere aki nei. Today we feature our interview with Tamati Coffey and Cushla Tangaere-Manuel as they campaigned for support for this year's election.
Tamati was recently named as the replacement for Kiritapu Allen as Labour's East Coast candidate.
Now he also shared with us a special hononga between him and Kiritapu. More on that later, but first, anei ngā pūrongorongo o te wā, huri I te tairawhiti.
Mai I te tī ki te tā, ki ngā tai pito pito o te wā. He wera te tī, me maringi.
No ina nahi rā puta I te pūrongo a te kāwanatanga mō tā rātou rautaki, hei whakatika I ngā pararākau I ahu mai I ngā kamupene poro rākau I te wā o te huripari. Engari, e hara I te mea I whakai te katoa ki tā rātou I ki taurangi ai. Ka puta etahi I te whare, I runga I te whakaaro he pōturi rawa e nei āwhinatanga. Kei te takiwā o te 2.2 miriona tāra te moni ko whakatahatia, e te kāwanatanga hei whakatikatika I ngā paru ko waihotia mai e Gabriel. Te ahua nei kare anō tēnei take nui kia tau ki tōna wāhitika.
Ki kaunganu ki ngā tohu bakul pai mō tēnei tau, kua whakawhiwhia e tētahi tua no here taunga ki te tūranga rau whiro mō tōna pai miti nakunaku me te wairanu. Ko Shane Forster te rangatira o Shaneos Bakehouse me tāna koinei tāna tūranga tuarua ki te pōtohu nei I tua hoke ia I te pai tua o te tau mō New World Green Meadow I te tau 2015 a kāti koe rā ngā upoko kōrero o te wā.
He timo kai, he wera te wai. Noho mai, me rāhia rāua ko mātai.
Labour-list MP Tamati Coffey was announced as the person to contest the East Coast seat for Labour on Monday, and on Wednesday he was already here gathering support in his electorate.
Showing that he is not wasting any time in his desire to win the seat for Labour after Kiritapu Allen confirmed she wouldn't seek re-election.
Coffey and the candidate for Labour in the Ikoroa Rāwhiti seat, Cushla Tangaere-Manuel, visited us in our studio yesterday, and our cameras were there to film the first interview with the pair, and also Tamati shared a very special kōrero with us. Today we welcome to the studio Cushla Tangaere-Manuel, who used to work here many moons ago. Yep, standing for the Ikoroa Rāwhiti seat, and also Tamati Coffey joining us, standing for the East Coast seat, Tēnā Rawa Tukorua.
Kia ora, kia ora.
Oh, it's lovely to have you both here. I believe you've been out and about in Tūranga.
Working it, getting those votes. We're officially on the campaign trail, so we were just at the Gisborne Cosy Club talking to a stop work meeting, union representatives from Bunnings and Pack and Save and some of our workplaces around here, just getting them in the room and talking to them about the elections. So really important stuff.
I said to you when we interviewed you the other day, Tamati, that you were literally going to hit the road sprinting. What are the people telling you thus far?
I'll tell you what they are telling me. They love seeing me and Cushla together.
Heading
out yesterday, one of the aunties said to me, stick with Cush, everybody knows Cush, she's good look for you. And then I had another uncle saying to me, hey Cush, you need to lean on Tamati, he's got experience. But I think there's actually something in that, you know. We make a good team. Often when you're doing these kinds of runs, you run it alone, so it's real nice to have a running mate.
I mean, first of all, Tamati's a recognised face. But yeah, it's been awesome to spend time with him, observe him in action. You can tell he's a seasoned politician, as well as a ngākau mahaki. It was so special for me to be able to take him back to that tūranga waiwai of his in Uawa yesterday, and to see all the aunties getting a little bit emotional. And because I had only been there not too recently, very special for us both to be there. And the feedback, you know, I just got a text on the way here saying, you two are a great duo.
I just want to stay with the whakapapa thing, because I think it's really important that we point out to our listeners at Tūranga who didn't catch our interview the other day. Let's just go back there again and your whakapapa to Tūranga and to Tairawhiti Tamati.
Sure. So my nanny, her name was Annie Lucy Glover. She was born a Glover. So she was born and raised in Uawa in Tolaga Bay, spent most of her life down in Lower Hutt, as many of our whānau from the coast do, moved down to Wellington.
Yep.
So she became part of that kind of pilgrimage down there, but spent every holiday, every time she could for tangi and that back in the bay, which is really nice. So it was nice for me to be able to start my journey for the East Coast seat yesterday at the Urupa, next to the beach there, just with my nan, having a little bit of a kōrero with her, and getting her blessing. Seeing a couple of my uncles in there too. My uncle Brian used to own the shop on Main Street in Tolaga Bay. And whenever we came back for holidays, he'd let us run loose in the shop and just get whatever chippies and lollies we wanted, and it was real cool. It burnt down in a fire, and they never took it back after that. But he was pretty instrumental in the community too for helping out during Bola. He had his own boat called the TAIRA, and it was named after his moko, my cousin, and he would go around and he was helping the community out big time.
We have to acknowledge our sister, Kiritapu,
Yeah.
and all our thoughts and prayers are with her. But there was a little bit of an announcement that you made yesterday to the whānau there.
Are you talking about a little girl?
Yeah, a little girl.
Oh,
Yeah, a little
yes. Look, another little story, another thread to this yarn. A few years ago, before we got into politics, I knew Kiritapu. She lived in Rotorua, and her and her partner at the time, Natalie, they came to us. We had a kōrero about having families. I agreed to help them have a family, and a little baby girl was born as a result of that. And her name's Hiwa I Te Rangi. And obviously it's matariki. We put all of our hopes and our dreams up into that whetū. But Hiwa is a little 5-year-old girl now, and she is beautiful and bubbly, and she looks a little something like me, and there's a reason for that. But it's real, like this is, it is that hononga that I've got with Kiritapu and with Natalie, and Hiwa is a beautiful young girl, and it's her birthday soon, so we'll hopefully be celebrating that all together, and I look forward to her meeting her little sister, because we've had another little girl since then. Her name is Taitumu. She's 6 months old, and Taitumu, Tutanekai, my little 4-year-old, and Hiwa are all related. So I look forward to that moment happening real soon.
Ko pau katoa te wāhanga kia tātou, mihi atu ana kia kōrua. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. This will be the first of many visits.
Aye.
As a duo or as a,
Gotta come home, close.
Man, you can feel the vibe, and I'm so excited for you both, and all the best on your journey. 60 days to go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Make sure you get out and vote. Have your say e te whānau, koe noho puku. Ka Motuihi, it was lovely to have him in our studio. Kia kaha, kia rāua. And just a reminder, we are just over 2 months away from Election Day, which will be held on the 14th of October.
That's us for this week. Kia pai ngā rangi whakatā.
E te ti, e te tā.
Hei kona.
Radio Ngāti Porou, Radio Kahungunu, Tūranga FM, Kaputi me ngā irirangi o te rāwhiti. Ko te reo, te take.